In this video, I will talk about how to do the ordered Probit and Logit models in R. Please make sure you've watched my two videos on the ordered Probit and Logit models, the theory and the examples, and you download the program and data from my website. I have opened RStudio and I have opened the R program and I have already executed it on the right hand side. So let's go ahead and look at the data first. We have an example here of a ordered Probit and Logit models. So the dependent variable would be health status. And there are three categories: fair, good, and excellent. And this is the data set that we have. This fair, good, and excellent correspond to numbers of 1, 2, and 3 for health status 1 of the same variable that we can use in the analysis. And the independent variables that we will use are age, log income, and number of diseases. So we're studying how these variables affect the dependent variable being an ordered categorical variable. So the first thing to do is install the package RMS, and you can go to packages, install packages, and look up for the package and install it. Once you install it, then you put it in the library. Then you read in the data set, and here you can change where your data is located as well as the name of the data file, and you're attaching my data. The next thing that I like to do is define y and x variables, because I usually like to have the rest of the program run with more generic variable names. So I'm using for a y variable, I'm using a variable health status 1 that we looked at, and for an x variable I use cbind, and I use the three independent variables that I have: age, long income, and number of diseases. And I'm also using another x variable where this is just the string of the variable names that I'm using here. So the first thing to do is look at descriptive statistics for y and x. And if you look here, the descriptive statistics for y don't make a lot of sense, because we shouldn't be summarizing a categorical variable of 1, 2, 3 by taking a mean. So for the x variables, these are actually valid summary statistics. So one thing that you can do is use table of y, and these are the frequencies for each of the three categories, and you can calculate percent frequency into each category. So how to do an ordered Logit model? You can use this by first setting up the distribution, and you have data distribution, and you're giving it the independent variables, x variables here that you have. And for options, you use this distribution. So now that you have set up the this, you can go ahead and run the ordered Logit model. To do that, we are going to use the LRM command, and you put y is the dependent categorical variable. You put all the x's, and you're reading the data, and then you're printing the results. And here are the results that we have. So the way to interpret these results is, for individuals that are older, with higher age, you're actually less likely to be in the higher categories of health status, which means your health isn't as good. And as your income increases, you're actually more likely to be in the higher categories of health status, of having better health status. Notice here also that you have two intercepts. So this is going to happen when you have a dependent variable that has three categories. You will have two intercepts, and that's how you recognize the ordered Logit model. The next thing that I attempted to do is summarize the odds ratio and come up with the predicted probabilities, but for some reason it did not work for me, the code here. So I have put comments, the pound sign in front of it. So the final thing that we can do is we can calculate the predicted probabilities. We're giving it the O-logit, the results that we have here before, and then for type we're using the fitted probabilities, and then we can calculate those probabilities here, and you have 0.09 and 0.35 and 0.54, and if you look at the table of Y that we had before, we will see that these numbers are very much the same. So this is all I had for the ordered Probit and Logit models in R. So if you have more ideas about things that we can do, please let me know. I'd like to improve on this program because it has very few things in it as of now. Thank you for watching, and come back again for more videos.